Guys, after subscribing to this channel, please make sure that you also press the bell icon so that no notification, no new video of mine, any educational video, is missed by anybody.
So, hello everybody. I have with me right now one of my students who has recently cleared her DNB. I'm very, very proud of her result. And now we are here to help the juniors prepare better for DNB, to understand the DNB pattern of examination, the do's and don'ts right from the horse's mouth. So, I welcome you, girl, and a big, big congratulations on taking this giant leap and finishing off with DNB.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'd like to ask you regarding your preparation for DNB theory. So tell me, how did you start preparing for DNB theory?
As you know, ma'am, I am a very old student. So,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. So I have got a lot of help from your app
Okay.
because the chapters are in short,
Yeah.
and for reading and for revision,
Mhm.
there are just and that much is okay for the writing. There is not much more to read
Right.
other than the notes.
Correct.
Yeah, you have to for pictures and some journals also. Na? That was some extra thing. Otherwise, the notes and the videos, especially the videos, whatever you have uploaded,
Yeah.
if we listen that videos only, we can write the answer.
Okay. So this is
And
one.
and in
Yeah. Yeah. Please go on.
yeah. And in DNB, we have very less time for answering.
Exactly.
So that much we have to write something about everything.
Correct.
Yeah. So we have to know everything, but
Yeah.
not in detail.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. This is exactly what I want to tell all my students. What she has said is very important. Even I have not mentioned this thing before. The thing is that you need to know everything, but at least something about everything, right? You don't have to go in a lot of depth. We are understanding that you are still postgraduates. You are still not, in the consultant world. So we'll ask you questions regarding something to just understand whether at least you know that much or not. So you have to write point wise. You do not have to write at length, but you have to know. So here again, like I said in my previous podcast as well, when I was making the answer bank, I saw that there was not even one question ditto repeat from last year. Okay. I made this huge answer bank with, some 500 odd questions and answers. And not even for one question, there was a cut, copy, and paste for me. Okay, while I was making the PDF.
yeah.
Because they do not repeat the same questions. They always change it and put it in a different style. So it's very important to be very good at theory. So tell me, how did you start preparing for theory? How much time did you devote every month or every day for preparation of theory? And how did you revise last moment? How much time did you give the whole day you had to sit down, or you were still doing your job?
No, ma'am, I am doing my job also, and
Okay.
so yeah. But you have to be in that you are given the exam that was 24/7 in your mind.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Then only you can do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it needs time
Mm.
because and revision is must.
Yeah.
At least in 1 or 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 months, you have to revise
Yes.
mota.
Yes. You have
I
to.
think before giving exam, I have revised 3 times your.
3 times. See
Yeah.
how
I
important
have
it is.
revised
And
it.
towards the end, let me ask you this question. I'm sure everybody would want to know this. Towards the end, do your major textbooks really help or not?
And towards the end, I think notes and nowadays videos are more
So
helpful.
there are many students who come to me.
And
they've asked-
because on the if you are asking about textbook, then in the textbook the in the diagrams and flow chart
Yes.
and
Yes.
in blog, whatever notes in the textbook.
Yeah.
That was important, not a whole lecture.
Not the
is
whole
important.
thing. So the thing is,
Yes.
this now thing is also now important to me, that I can now include the diagrams also and couple of flowcharts also straight from the book. so that even that thing
That
can
was
be saved
important.
towards the end, right? Otherwise,
Because
towards
in DNB, you have only that much time that you can only write the flowchart.
yeah, true.
You have only 5 to 7 minutes
Yes,
for an answer.
for an answer. Because every question has a sub part, okay? They're not just 10 questions alone. You have 10
And
questions.
that was not direct question.
Yeah, they're not never direct questions.
Questions are also not
Twisted.
direct questions. They are on history-based examination and then blah, blah, blah. And now how you will proceed.
Exactly. 2 to 3. See, there are certain questions which are direct also, but most of the questions are slightly twisted.
Yeah.
And now they have started giving this clinical scenario, which they make a small clinical scenario and then they ask questions based on that. So,
that
yes.
was changed at this examination.
Yeah.
At this theory, I think 2 or 3 questions are which are on the examination and history-based.
Right. So that was about the theory. So that means standard books, if I would suggest, you should make it right from the beginning. If you're studying from the standard books, maybe towards the end you can read them.
We should stick on one book, like I have stick on J.B. Sharma.
Okay. Most of my
stick on one book only.
They've said J.B. Sharma is pretty good, pretty decent as far as your notes are concerned. Plus you get to see the diagrams and all. Most of my notes are also many of them are made
there.
Sufficient amount is there, yes.
Yeah.
Plus certain things are, after all, it's a basic book. So there's certain things which are not given at the level of postgraduate, but most of them are decent enough. So my notes plus J.B. Sharma is, I think, a good concoction. What about your practical? How did you prepare for the practical?
Ma'am, for practical, I think we need the theory and then dummy pelvis. I have taken your practical course also.
The package, yeah.
So in your practical, dummy pelvis is good.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, because I've told now I am very old, so
I understand.
Long time for me.
Yeah, I understand.
But
these students, some of them are, in the clinical area from a long time. So their level of confidence will be different from all my primary DNB candidates. So you listen to this podcast closely. She is an experienced student as far as clinical scenario is concerned. But when you go for, practical, you have to be a little more diligent with OSCE and your case presentation. Many people do very well in OSCE, but they're not so good in case presentation because they're face to face with the examiner. Okay, you have to practice a little of speaking. Case presentation is very important. You have to make the examiner go in your direction rather than falling in a pit. So don't speak things, just blurt out things which are coming first in your mind. Just weigh the pros and cons before speaking because you'll be caught on that thing.
Examiner will take you on that side.
Yeah. So be very
sure. Utter anything
extra. Do not do that, right? Okay. So you were given OSCE first. OSCE examination was started first. Okay.
Yes.
You had how many questions? How many slides were there?
Then there is OSCE has 20.
20 slides. Okay, right. That's what she also said. The early one.
OSCE was on CTG, on MRI pictures, on ultrasound pictures, and histopathology pictures.
And do they ask straight questions in OSCE, or again there also you have this clinical?
No, ma'am. There is no straight question. No. I think few are there, like they have given the picture of cylindrical block. Mm-hmm. Then they will ask about the block. And then some histopathology picture, identify cause, and then all.
These are pretty straight questions. But otherwise, they can give you clinical base there as well. So all you have to do is that be very sure of your theory, prepare well with your theory, answer these questions on your fingertips. You don't have much time. Okay, and
4 minutes for this.
4 minutes per slide. Okay, and then you have the case-based discussion. So how much time were you given for taking the case and examining and writing the case?
Then they have given the time for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay, per case, right?
Per long case.
Each long case they gave you 45 minutes, right? That means you had around 1.5 hours just to take the case, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you had a case discussion along with your table viva together.
Yeah.
Okay, and how was the table viva? Was good. That was also.
That was with examiners were also asking very basic things,
Basic.
not very high-fi things.
Yes.
Very basic.
Very basic.
And I think we are lacking that.
Yes.
Because they are asking very basic.
Yes.
Very basic.
Yes, correct. This is what, again, is a very important thing in this podcast.
In instrument also, in dummy pelvis, in specimen, everything they have asking from the basic.
Yes. First, you clear your basics, then you jump on the higher things. Just because you are going
if
to...
we can't answer the basic, they will not reach up to the higher.
Yes. That will give a very bad impression. Despite they say that, okay, let's move on to the next question. They've already deducted your marks, and maybe you're in that, that red zone already because you couldn't answer the basic question. So maybe they're moving ahead, but you've already made a bad impression on them. So I think we should conclude with this again. I think you're there on my Telegram channel. Even if you're not, just please join the channel because my students will be asking a couple of questions after listening to this podcast regarding the examination. Abhi to we have theory by October of my students, and then maybe there'll be a couple of students are always going for practical sooner than later. So just be on a watch out for my Telegram channel. The questions they ask, please be kind enough to respond to them written. No problem. Just in the chat, if you can join the chat, which is pinned there on my Telegram channel, just please take out a few minutes to answer my students. So thank you so much for being with us. And again, congratulations from all of us. May you do very well in your life.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.